Let's get this show on the road.
Live from Paris, France, video gaming capital of the world, it's time for the Eddie Vegas Show, starring Eddie Vegas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, here's Eddie!
Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. Well, this may be a short but sweet video here, as I have two all winners here and I have Pocket Kings. Well, I call. This should be fun. Queen 9 and Queen 8. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Don't do it to me, poker gods. That's the way. Thank you. And just like that, we're down to 4 players. So I guess we should get the old cranking the old music here. Well, what do you know? I get Pocket Kings again. Well, this time I think I'm going to raise it 5,000 just to make it look suspicious. The only advantage of showing those Pocket Kings is that I'm totally reinforcing the aspect that I'm just playing the nuts. I think I can really profit from playing soft from now on for a certain amount of time to reinforce the fact that I don't get kings all the time and I hardly ever have a hand and I only play with the nuts. We'll go ahead and check this. I have one overcard, but there's a bet and a call. I think we let it go. Basically, my work is done. Just need to get Pocket Kings first hand. Have 2 maniacs. Bam, 300,000. Half the chips in play. Top pair weak kicker. And an under pair to the board. Well, probably his mistake there was limping in. And then his second mistake was thinking that he had a hand. I'll tell you, we're going to start making our tight image right now by folding this small blind. I'm getting to be a big fan of folding the small blind. This $1,000 bet is never going to get anybody anything. The only way you would bet that is if you had an 8. And the only way you can call that is if you have like a 5 or a 9. I'd say it's a fold. I'm just guessing. Yep. Oh, so that's interesting. So he was betting his draw. Okay, that's good to know. Because that was my instinct. In fact, if I was still in the hand and somebody bet me 1,000, I would raise them 4,000. Let it go. Quite honestly, that little dinky bet, which was really interesting, because now we know what that little dinky bet meant. He wanted to see the next cards for cheap. I don't blame him, actually. But now we know what the little dinky bet means. We're better able to play against the Bosnator next time. Because nobody on this game changes gears. Bosnator sucks out. I have Queen 10, and to tell you the truth, I'm not exactly sure what to do with it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise 4,000 just on the strength of my previous table image and see what happens. I am a little bit off the button. Oops. Well, that didn't work out. Now I'm going to Hollywood a little bit, like I'm making this huge laydown, when in fact it's super simple. Okay, lay it down. Well, he doesn't show. Well, that's the advantage I have on 300,000 chips. You kind of make little plays like that for 4K and find out where you stand. I check. Out of position here. I'm definitely not going to be getting out of line. I'm going to check right away. Playing a really straightforward. I would check that too. Really straightforward. This would be interesting to try to represent something, and you know what? I think I'm going to try to do it. That's interesting. So now, my question is, did they really have nothing? Or were they looking at the board and saying, whoa, maybe he's got a spade flush, or maybe he's got a straight? That's the question. We really don't know. We'll go ahead and let this go. I hate being out of position. I really hate it. Hate it. Hate it. I like how reasonable bets are being made. They're almost too reasonable. Now, why would he bet 1,000? Bosnator has turned out to be the most interesting person. But I think the key to handling Bosnator is to re-raise him. He's not really so much of a bully as kind of a... he'll like nibble away at you. We're gonna go ahead and fold this. Just, that's a more of a tactical, a strategic fold. Where I really want to set up some future button bets when the blinds get a little bit bigger. Still early days. And besides, we can always hope that one of these donkeys knocks out another one of these donkeys and I get in third place because of it. It just gets me that much closer to cashing. That's why I'm here. We are going to raise because we don't limp. We either raise or fold, and this raise is going to get me the button, which is what I wanted. Fantastic. Now I'm heads up, and I actually have somewhat of a draw with a 10. We're going to continuation bet, of course. I'm going to bet 9,000. And we get a fold. Fantastic. All right. Back up over 300K. This 3-5 will go down to any raise, but of course there's no raises because there's never any raises pre-flop. I have bottom pair. There are 3 players in the pot. I'm going to check. Don't like being out of position. Ace. Well, that's just it. I mean, I will check here, but normally you would say, well, since nobody bet, I can represent that ace. The problem is, play money. They're liable to just stick it in with anything. So I have a pair of 3s. Nothing. And nothing. Let's see here, this is an interesting thing because we get into the concept of small hands, small pots. That pair of 3 shitty kicker was not worth any more than 3K. And there's no sense in playing a big pot if you've got a little dinky hand like that and you can get outdrawn or check raised or whatever. Basically, when you have small hands, and small hands are actually top pair good kicker. Oh, check this out. Wow. And he turns 2 pairs. Wow. Whoa. Well, that changes things somewhat. We're going to go ahead and fold, though. We're going to start the aggression starting next round. At any rate, right now it's 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. I'm definitely not out of the woods yet. We are going to check here with our 8-10. 10-8. We have middle pair. We're going to think about it for a little while. We definitely don't want to lose our little fishy poos. And then we're going to bet 3,000 and see what happens. I get a call. We've seen the Bosnator be pretty loose. This 6 looks reasonably safe in terms of straight draws and flush draws. So we're going to continue on because the board is still dry. We're going to make it 7,000. We get a call. I still don't give him credit for a queen. And anyway, he's going to check to me and I'm going to check to him. I call. It's worth 2,000. And surprise, surprise, Sergeant Carter, I was wrong. Well, that's what you have to do, though. You have to make a read, even a dumb one. I didn't lose that much money being aggressive. I can stand the hit. We are going to call this for a change. We've been folding every small blind up till now, but we're going to go ahead and call. And we're going to check. We have nothing. We have basically nothing. We still have nothing. And out of position, we're going to